Hello everyone, Andrew here with a new YouTube video. In this one, let's do a little bit of backtest on the 1 minute structure. I'm going to show you how to easily scalp the markets just by using the 1 minute and the simple concepts that I presented in this channel. So let's just go to a random time right there. And let's go straight to the 1 minute to see how we can catch some nice trades. Let's do the 5 minute actually, because the 1 minute is kind of hard to do on the backtest session. So let's do the 5 minute, right? So let's wait for the next session, and this is like completely random. Okay, let's go to next day, which is gonna be London session. Oh, this is gonna take a while. Okay, just go to London session right here. We have Frankfurt open and price is actually right now it's bullish. We have a drop and then London comes in and then we will have this drop. Let's see the retracement. All right, and let's take a sell right here. Take a sell right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Almost touching the stop loss, and then we get to take profit. So this was really simple analysis. This would have been intact. It was like still like half a pip away. So the reason for this trade, just by looking at the 5 minute structure, I see London open going down, having a bearish move to the downside, and then we create this nice supply zone where price returns to during London session. So we take the Asia high, then we break structure to the downside, we have a retest, and then we can execute targeting the Asia low. 1 to 3, really quick and really simple. Was just like looking at the 5 minute structure. It's actually that simple. If we would have let it run, that would have been a 1 to 5, but we just have a 1 to 3. So let's move on to the next session, and we see we kinda come back to this area right here. We touch it. Let's wait for New York. Okay, we have that bearish. Okay, yeah, we missed it here. Let's wait for a bit. Maybe we do have a retracement. No, we don't. Okay, now we can come down and we can take a buy here. Let's have a 10 pip stop loss and re-enter if it comes lower. So let's target this side right here. Probably gonna be a stop loss. Okay. It's not a stop loss, and maybe just close the trade. So just close the trade right here. 1 to 3.7. So we just started and we're already up like 6.7%. It's actually that easy. I haven't backtested this before. It's just looking at the 5 minute structure. See, coming back, this was probably news. We came back to the extreme here, extreme demand zone, to kind of complete the imbalance here and actually like mitigate everything. Then we had a huge impulse. We made that change of character here and then a break of structure. And then we came back to the 5 minute demand zone right there. Perfectly executed it to the 10 pip stop loss, targeting the high 1.3.7. It's that easy. Just by looking at the 5 minutes. Trading is not that hard. It's actually, trading is easy to understand the concepts. The hard part is just to use a proper risk management. Like never risk more than 0.25, 0.5% or 1% depending on what account you're trading. Always stick to your trading plan and your rules. Never go over them, and you need to have that psychology on point also, which does require a lot of work on yourself in order to be able to do this. And you can see how I can analyze with I can analyze without even drawing anything, because I have studied the market so much. I have spent so much time on the charts. I can now I saw this without marking it. I knew we have a change of character here, mitigation, execute, and then a high also during a session time. So it was that easy. Let me do this here again. Where was it? Here, 1000. Okay, so the entry was a 10 pip stop loss. I want to just to have them marked on the charts, you know. So that was the first trade, second trade. Now let's wait to see what happens the next day. So let's just use the 50 minute to go further. Okay, we did move a lot more. Okay, let's see now. We're probably gonna make a new high. Came back there. So let's watch the 5 minute. The 5 minute is kind of bullish. Let's see. We make a new high and then we break structure. Now I'm not gonna sell there because it's gonna probably go up more. Okay, structure is bearish. Mitigation. Don't like the time. Let's wait for New York. Okay, New York is about to open. The structure. Okay, New York is dropping. Probably gonna go down more. We just missed that. Maybe we have some buys here. Let's see. We do react from this area. So let's see if we have some bullish move and we can catch a quick trade. Okay, that's kind of okay. Let's execute a buy here. 10 pip stop loss. Actually, let's use a 13 pip stop loss. And this is kind of a more risky approach. This is probably gonna be a stop loss, but let's try. Okay, we're going up and let's actually close the trade. It's a 1, 2, 1, 3. So let's just close the trade here. Another 1, 2, 3. And it's about the small risk rewards. Like all the smart money concepts traders, all the Instagram traders, they do advertise really high risk rewards, like how to catch 1 to 10s, 1 to 50s, 1 to 100s. The truth is, the people who actually make a lot of money from trading, they do focus on smaller targets. And I noticed that during this year, because last year I was also focusing on high risk rewards, a lot of trades and everything like that. But now this year I realized, as my capital grew a lot bigger, I realized you actually just need some small targets to reach. So if you take a 1 to 3 trade per week, that's 12 R per month. 12 R using a 0.5 risk is 6%. 6% on a $100,000 account, that's 6K. So you get 80% of that if you're trading a prop firm. That's about like 5K almost. 5K a month is not that bad, because if 5K a month, except if you're in the US, then you're probably not gonna do much with it. But if you're in Europe or any country where 5K is a lot, then you can probably just, like, you can live really good from that, just from that. Like 5K a month is a lot of money. So that's why I started focusing on smaller targets, 1 to 3, 1 to 5, depending on my stop loss, and just hitting them consistently. Like you see, we took 3 trades, we have 100% win rate already. So 1, 2, 3.7, 3, 3. And it's also about knowing when to actually close the trade, because here you can see how we broke structure again and again here, and we're probably gonna have a retracement. And keeping in mind we have this big move to the downside, then price will probably start moving down more. So that's why I like to take profits and just close my trades. Like 1 to 3 is enough for me. So let's see what happens. And if it goes up more, then it is what it is. I'm not sad, I'm not happy with it. I'm glad I took my profits, and then just maybe leave a runner to run in case the higher time frame shows that it can move a lot higher. So here you can see, all right, that would have been a 1 to 8, but just sticking to my targets, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. This is how it can change your life. So let's do like 2 more trades. Let's see what we get here. Don't really like this. 15 minute. Okay, we gonna continue up. So today you didn't have any trades. Let's go to the next day. And you don't have to trade every day. Like if you see a good setup, then you can take it. So here we can see how price is just moving bullish. So I'm not really interested in anything right now. We're probably gonna start seeing some bearish structure right now, because we came above this area right here. So we might see some bearish movement right now. So let's see if we take, okay, so we take that low, London Open. Let's see if we have a pullback on the 5 minute. Here, if we have a pullback, okay, we don't. We do have a pullback there, but it's kind of aggressive. But let's actually execute a trade here. So let's put 10 pip stop loss again, targeting a 1 to 3. So the reason for this sell is just like we made this high, then we had a lot of bearish movement in London Open, so London went bearish. We have the retracement towards London high, which also acts as like this week is a valid supply. We do have some nice rejections, so let's see how it plays. Okay, comes deeper into the zone, kind of fair. Okay, we see a drop, a retracement, another mitigation almost, and we hit a take profit right there. So that's another win, 1 to 3, really nice. Now let's wait for New York. And you see how I focus only on these 2 specific sessions, which is London and New York. I only trade during those times. So yeah, New York Open comes here and then drops. Let's see if we have a retracement, because we made a new break of structure here. Break of structure down. So let's see if we have a retracement or not. Okay, we did have a retracement here, but failed to. Okay, let's execute another trade here. Just because we're up for the day, let's throw another 1 hour here. See how it goes. Okay, we go immediately into profit. And you can see how powerful it is, like the session. You see New York Stock Exchange Open just dropped, and then we mitigated the flip zone right here on the 5 minute. We have a reaction. We came back to mitigate, and now let's see if we actually get a drop. Let's go break even on this trade actually, because we failed to make a new low. So let's go break even, and we get hit at break even, so no problem. And then it goes to take profit. So it is what it is. We do have to manage the trade. So in this case, we failed to make new lows. We took the wick here, failed to make a new low again, came back. So my trading plan just says like you need to take a break even hit there and then let it go. Just because the probability of the trade going down more just like the probability went from like 60-70%, probability went to like 30%. So for me, it's not worth to keep the risk. So that's a break-even hit, no problem. Okay, so we kind of messed up the thing, but we're back. So that was a break-even hit, and then we're gonna let it play until next London session. So let's wait. We come down more, so we come into this zone right here, mitigate it in Asia session, but we create a new an Asia low there that's gonna probably be liquidity. We also have this 15-minute candle right here from where price start going down, so we can mitigate that. And we also have like higher zones here. That's also a nice zone, just by drawing simple zones and then waiting for confirmation. Okay, so Asia has a huge push to the upside, which for me kind of says like they wanted to take some sell position here, and now we're gonna take the low. So we do come up into London session, so let's execute a sell here, just because we reacted from this Asia low and we came back to the Asia high, but we gotta remember we're still bearish. So London had a huge move in the first 30 minutes, so that kind of tells me they want to drop. So let's do this and target a 1 to 3 again, which is 30 pips, which is because we're trading on a 5-minute and using the replay tool, we're gonna have bigger stop losses, but usually you can have a way smaller stop loss if you're trading on the 1 minute. So price kind of plays around here, and it takes our stop loss, which is no issue. Let's wait for that zone up there, see if we touch it, or we just reverse and then die off. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Romania time. We almost touched that. We come into the 5-minute here. So let's just wait for New York, see what happens. Okay, New York is just going up, so now probably price will push into that area, so let's wait. Okay, so now that we pushed into that area really aggressively, I want to take a sell, but let's see if we get a retracement. Okay, so we do have New York open right here. We didn't really create a new low, so let's wait a bit more. Okay, we do now create a new low. Oh, actually we reject it. Now we create a new low, and let's see if we actually have a retracement or not. No, we don't. So yeah, that was probably a good entry on the 1 minute, but we failed to take it. We made a change of character here, so we probably could have executed around here, but the stop loss would have been way bigger. So it is what it is. We move on. We make a new pre-construction of 50-minute. Let's see what happens during next London session, and this is gonna be our last trade. Okay, Asia session turns in. We do create that low. Let's see if we come here or we just have some nice reaction during London session. Okay, Frankfurt opens, and then we have London open coming into that area. So I want to be a bit more aggressive here because we came into this 5-minute, which is also the New York high. So I want to be more aggressive there. We also took liquidity above Asia high. So if London open just starts going up, then it probably comes in to take a nice sell position. And because we're using the 5-minute, we're gonna use a bigger stop loss to let price play. So that's a 14 pip stop loss. And again, this is not how I trade. This is just now backtest. I usually just watch the 1 minute, 5 second to have a stop loss of maximum like 5 pips. My biggest stop loss on EU is gonna be like 3 or 5 pips. So we're gonna target a 1 to 4, in this case that load there, because if we continue the structure, then that's gonna probably be the target. We play around, we almost touch the stop loss and we get stopped out, so that's not really nice. Let's see if we have more confirmation during New York to take a sell there. If we respect the zone, okay, we come up again. Now we're gonna take another sell here, 15, and we go down. So the reason for this sell is because we came up. Oh, there's a lot of boxes, sorry about that. So it did come there to mitigate that area. You see the sell to buy wicks. We have some inducement right here, some liquidity. Come there, we entered too early. Then we waited for New York, pre-New York, which is 230 UTC plus 3. So we wait for that. We have the break of structure here, the change of character, and then we come back to mitigate the demand area, the supply area, and then we have the stop loss just above. And we enter after the candle close. So we didn't enter there because that would have been a 7 pip stop loss, but that's fine. We're just using the backtest function. So let's see how this plays. Okay, New York comes back up again, so that can be another sell. Let's take another sell position here, and if we get stopped out, then we get stopped out, no issue. So okay, we get stopped out on both positions, so that kind of sucks. So we have 3 wins so far. No, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins, and then we have 4 losses, which kind of sucked. Like this was not really that good. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so we start pushing up. Okay, we come up to this area right there. Okay, so that's interesting, right? Okay, so we actually come into that area. Now let's wait for next day because we're not trading during this hour. And let's delete some. Okay, we just invalidate that and we start going up. So let's leave them like that. So let's go forward a bit. Next session, which is gonna be London session, and see how we take that high, and then we kind of start reacting bearish. So that's probably a 30-minute, so we're gonna mark that. Okay, let's see what London does. We can see a sell here. Yeah, okay, so that's probably gonna go down. Let's wait. Yeah, it's probably gonna go down. Wanna see? Okay, let's enter a sell here. Use a 10 pip stop loss, and let's see how it plays. And we start going down. Really nice. Kind of play around a bit. Okay, we mitigate that. Let's see. Kind of play around there a lot. All right, I didn't expect that at all. So that was nice. The reason for this sell, because like the structure is still bearish, came up, and I'm just watching the order flow. The order flow turned bearish here. So you see we pushed and we kind of start going down, kind of playing around that area, the Asia midline area. And on the 5-minute, you can see like price fails to go higher, like building a lot of liquidity here, reacting from this London high right there. Of course, our entry was there because we had the change of character down. London session opened, we have a drop, then price comes up to mitigate some of these weeks, and then makes a change of character, it retests, and then that's my entry. So probably you're gonna notice after this this YouTube video that I focus a lot on sessions. I only trade during sessions open, and it's a reason for that. Like you can see how successful that is. And I was just waiting for the move and just using a bigger stop loss just to stay in the trade and wait for it to play out. And this was another 1 to 4. So that's about it for this backtest session. Let's see what risk reward we actually had. So we had here a 1 to 3, 3.7, so 6.7. Then we have a 9.7, then we have a 12.7, 15.7, and then we have 4 losses, so that's 11.7, and then we have another 1 to 4. So that's 15.7 R in, it's like 2 weeks, I think. So from here to here, it's 8 days, so a week. 15 R in a week. That's really good. That's really good just by using the market structure, supply demand, order flow, and everything like that. POI is like really simple price action. You can see how simple it is just by following price and waiting for that change of character and then mitigation, everything like that. So it's not that hard, guys. It's not that hard. You just need to do a lot of work. You need to put a lot of work in. The concepts are really easy to understand, and you can trade any time frame. You can do this. You can do this on the 15-minute. You can do this on the 30-minute, the 1 hour. It doesn't really matter. All it matters is that you stick to a few simple confluences that you have for every trade. Stick to them, trade them every day, and you're gonna see a lot of good results. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. If you want me to make more videos like this, these are really fun to make. Also, don't forget to join our free Discord, FXA Trading. The link is in the description box. And also, if you wanna take your trading to the next level, you can join our FXA Trading course. It's a really nice mentorship program. We do have a lot of information and videos into it. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.